We'll see you.
This final episode of Trail Doctor is coming to you from the mountains of Nepal, where we've been rummaging around and finding banging top trails to ride. Now, bike adventures aren't for everyone, but if you fancy getting off the beaten track a little bit more, then here's a few pointers to get you started. First off, remember you don't have to go somewhere remote or exotic just to have a neat bike adventure. Just look at something in your own backyard through different eyes. For example, throw a bivvy bag in your backpack or use some sea kayaks to tow your bikes across a Scottish loch to access the trails on the other side. But if you want to get abroad and find something remote, then a good place to start is to look at trekking hotspots. Think the Alps, Colorado, Himalayas or Morocco. Any of these trekking hotspots already have a trail infrastructure for you to go and ride on. And once you've got a location in your head, then cross-reference it against trekking websites and look at their pictures, see if you can get a gauge of what the trails are like. You can also check that area against Strava or mountain bike forums, or even have a little look and see if a mountain bike guiding company already operates there, because if they do, you know there are trails to ride. Next, decide whether you want to do a point-to-point multi-day adventure or just stay in one place and do day rides from there. If you decide to stay in one place and day ride, then the logistics get a lot easier. You can stay in a little village in the Moroccan mountains and day ride from there. If it's a multi-day point-to-point ride you're after, then long-distance hiking trails can make a good base for your adventure. You can Google trails like the Colorado Trail or the European GR routes, or even ultramarathon running race routes. Next, think about the logistics of accommodation and nosh. You'll need to think about how you're going to move your overnight kit every day. And in places like Nepal, that's easy, you just hire porters. But when you're a bunch of mates together, it gets a little bit more complicated. So maybe think about getting 6 mates together and riding a 6-day trail so that each one of you could take a day off to drive your support vehicle. Next, if you're new to this game, then think about trying the guided option. After all, a guided mountain bike trip can give you a real taste of adventure without the anxieties of a do-it-yourself trip. And finally, remember at all times, this is adventure. And adventure means no certain outcome. Yes, you're there to ride your bike, but getting to that ride is all part of the game. And it is one hell of a game.